or even some of his dealings with some individual matchups on the floor. Do you find that at all going away from what you want to be as an organization?
I'm glad you asked that question. No one's asked me that question. So let me be clear about a couple things. I might be a little bit redundant on something you said, but number one, Russell Westbrook's been here for 11 years. The reason why there's so many people in the room and so many people watching the press conference right now, a big part of that is the fact that Russell Westbrook has helped us to achieve a certain level of sustained success that's relatively rare in pro sports. The last time that I checked, he has never had a problem off the floor in a character vein. His reputation there is sterling. Philanthropically, he's done incredible things for this community, and he's also done incredible things for his hometown in Los Angeles. With all that being said, he's not perfect, right? None of us are. And, but I'm not going to let 11 years or 10 and a half years of his contributions and performance be completely overshadowed by a couple pretty tough months, okay? And so we talk about those things. And as the leader of the team and the face of the franchise, as you said, we'll have those conversations, and there might be times that we might disagree about some of that stuff. He has a point of view at times. He's an adult. He's a man. I respect that point of view. The one thing that I think everybody that works for the Thunder and plays for the Thunder has always had in mind is that we always have to put the organization first. And there's no one person or individual that can ever afford not to do that. At the same time, we can't discount the things that Russell's done over the years and the things he's been able to achieve. And we certainly want to take those things for granted. But for me, it's more about understanding not the outcome, but it's also what's the root of that, and meeting somebody and understanding why did you take in that direction? We might disagree about how it was handled, and at times that's perfectly fine with me, because you have 11 years of invested into something that everybody cares so deeply about. So yeah, would we prefer if he handled a few things differently? Sure, we've talked about that. I also think it would probably be worthy and noteworthy to establish the fact that he made some adjustments to that particular approach, and I think that's a sign of tremendous leadership and a sign that he is understanding that when he speaks, he is the reflection of so many different people. And I know how much he cares about the team because I've seen it for 10 and a half years. Sometimes I wish that the conversations that I have with him, you guys could see. You know what I mean? Just in terms of the way he can express himself and the points of view he has, because he's a pretty smart guy, and he makes you think. And I want to understand, kind of continue to build that, because I think some of the things you referred to are positive in the sense that we can sit down and talk about them. But we're not going to let a 2-month period where and things get significantly magnified when you lose in the first round. But we'll sit down and talk about those things, and we want to, of course, correct, because there's nothing more important than the Thunder to all of us.
Sam, in years past, you've